Hi, I'm Claudia and I will introduce to you some points about education reform 2013. First, education reform was presented on 2013 by our President Enrique Peña Nieto and was declared constitutional on February 2013. These are some of the regulations, not all. Um, I will talk about the most concerned points about this new regulation that the new education reform has. Okay, so the first one is mandatory evaluation. The key point of this is that principals, teachers, counselors, and supervisors will go to periodic evaluations. The assessments will be designed by INE, that is the National Institute for Educational Evaluation. The teacher who reproved the three assessments because they have three opportunities, they will be removed of his or her position. So teacher will be resigned to another area. They are not going to lose their job, just they're going to be in another area, maybe in administrative task. So this evaluation has caused a big discomfort among the members of CENTE, who believe these violate their labor rights, and they will be lost or they will lose their job security. So wow, another one is penalty for truants. Teacher who without any justification miss work more than 3 days in a period of 1 month will lose their job. Um, the creation of the information and educational management to maintain control over teachers who are discharged on the payroll. So I will explain this. So believe it or not, SEP doesn't have exactly the number of schools, teachers, graduates, certification, qualification, and all this stuff. So they will do this management to maintain the control, because there are some teachers who are on the payroll, but they have never ever been in a group. So this is why, okay? About this education reform and the regulation, there are some misconceptions. So I think it's because people don't know about the regulations, or because they listened um, bad, or I don't know. Okay, so some of the misconceptions are that public education is privatized. This is not correct, because here in Mexico the education is free and secular, of course. Another misconception is that it requires payment fees. The reform doesn't say anything about this, and it doesn't require any payment. Another important is that they violate or eliminate a labor right of teachers. Wow, this is a big one. Actually, by contrast, guarantees the constant updating and training to improve teaching. So this is a good point. Um, to disappear the free textbooks. It doesn't say anything on the regulation, so I don't know why the people say it. Okay. Um, on my point of view, or my personal point of view, well, me as a citizen, I really care about the future of my country, of course. Education reform has good points, and I think it will have good changes on our education. It's really a pity that despite the reform and the new regulations are there for everyone to read it, especially for teachers, they do not. I don't know why, but they do not do it. My point of view, I think teachers are against this, or they dislike these new regulations. Um, because I think the fact is that they can inherit the class hours to their children or any relative, or even though sell it. So I think this is like the big problem of the education reform. Well, but I think that education reform is a shared responsibility for all the teachers. So we as a teacher have to strengthen our skills to overcome the challenges that society demands today, in well of our children. So I think changes are for good. This is some of my points, good or bad, and misconceptions, and the most concerned points about new regulations. So thank you for watching me.